Diabetic nerve pain at night? This routine changed everything. If you're over 50 and diabetic, there's a good chance you already know this pain. You're lying in bed, it's quiet, you're tired, but suddenly it starts. That electric stabbing feeling, like needles under your skin. Your feet are on fire, but they're also numb. You sit up, change socks, walk a little, elevate your legs, pray. Nothing helps. I've lived it. My patients have lived it. And tonight I want to show you a routine that, for many of us, didn't just help us sleep. It gave us back control. This isn't a sales pitch, no magic cream, no detox tea, just a routine, rooted in biology. But what made it work wasn't what I expected. And if you stay to the end, I'll tell you the one thing I discovered after everything else. Something I haven't seen in any textbook, but it changed everything. Let's start with this. Why does nerve pain always hit harder at night? Number 1, the science of nighttime pain. So, why does nerve pain always seem worse at night? It's not just your imagination, and it's definitely not because you're getting older. Let's break this down into 3 real biological reasons, the kind your nerves would tell you if they could talk. Reason number 1, blood sugar doesn't sleep, even if you do. First, let's talk about blood sugar. At night, your body's insulin sensitivity naturally drops. That means the same food you eat at 8 p.m. might spike your glucose more than it would at 8 a.m. Now, if you had a late dinner or a bedtime snack that was a little too carb-heavy, your blood sugar could quietly climb while you sleep. You don't feel it in the moment, but your nerves do. Elevated glucose levels trigger inflammation, and inflamed nerves are irritable nerves. They misfire, send false signals, and keep you from resting. Reason number 2, your body's pain buffer shuts down. Second, let's talk about a hormone called cortisol. During the day, cortisol is one of your built-in painkillers. It helps blunt pain, like a dimmer switch for nerve signals. But at night, cortisol levels drop, and that means your pain filter gets thinner. So the exact same nerve damage that felt manageable during the day, now it feels louder, sharper, like someone turned up the volume without warning. Reason number 3, the pressure builds from the inside out. And finally, vasodilation. When you lie down, your blood vessels naturally widen. That's normal. It's part of relaxing and getting ready for sleep. But wider blood vessels mean more pressure in small spaces, especially in places where your nerves are already damaged. Imagine a garden hose with a soft spot. When the water flows gently, it's fine. But when the pressure builds, that soft spot bulges. That's what happens to inflamed nerves at night. And that pressure? It can feel like burning, stabbing, or numbness. If you've ever felt that stabbing pain around 2 a.m., or if blood sugar swings mess with your sleep, just drop a quick, "Yep, that's me" in the comments. You'd be surprised how many of us are dealing with the exact same thing. So that's the why. But what do we actually do about it? What can you start tonight that doesn't require a prescription and still makes a real difference? Let me show you, step by step. Number 2, the routine that actually helped. Now that you understand why nerve pain flares up at night, let's talk about what you can actually do about it. I'm going to walk you through a 5-part night routine. Simple, repeatable, and backed by what we know about diabetic neuropathy. Step 1, eat early and eat smart. The first step happens before the sun goes down. I tell my patients, try to finish dinner by 6:30 p.m. if you can. Why? Because late meals, especially high-carb or fatty ones, cause delayed glucose spikes that peak right when you're trying to sleep. And those spikes, they make nerve endings swell and misfire. So what's a better plate? Think a palm-sized piece of protein, like salmon or tofu, a pile of steamed vegetables, and a small serving of complex carbs, like lentils or quinoa. It's not a diabetic diet, it's a nerve-friendly one. Step 2, move. Just enough to flatten the curve. After dinner, don't go straight to the couch. A 15-minute walk, even just pacing around your home, can do wonders. Why? It helps your muscles absorb glucose more efficiently, which keeps blood sugar from lingering high overnight. You're not training for a marathon. Just move. Enough to help your blood flow and your nerves breathe. Step 3, the right way to soak your feet. A lot of people soak their feet at night, but they do it wrong. Too hot, too long, too scented. Here's the correct method. Use warm water, around 37 to 39 degrees Celsius. If you wouldn't put a baby in it, don't put your feet in it. Add plain Epsom salt, about a tablespoon. Soak for 10 to 15 minutes max. Then, and this part is key, finish with a cool, damp towel. Wrap it around your feet for 30 seconds. That sudden temperature shift helps calm overactive nerve endings. It's like telling your brain, stand down, we're safe now. Step 4. Supplements. Only what the science supports. I'm not here to sell you anything, but I will tell you what's shown real benefit in studies. Alpha-lipoic acid, 600 milligrams daily, split into 2 doses, one with lunch, one with dinner. It's been shown to reduce symptoms like burning and numbness over time. Magnesium glycinate, 100 to 200 milligrams before bed. This can help with nerve relaxation and muscle cramps without upsetting your stomach. Of course, always clear these with your doctor, especially if you're on kidney meds or blood pressure pills. Step 5. Wind down your nervous system. The last piece isn't physical, it's neurological. The more tense and alert your brain is, the more likely it is to feel pain. So I recommend this every night. Elevate your legs with 2 pillows. That reduces fluid pressure in your feet. Close your eyes and try this simple breath pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do this for 4 cycles. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for rest, digestion, and pain modulation. After a few nights, your body starts associating this rhythm with safety. And safety, for nerves, means silence. If you're watching and thinking, yeah, I could actually do most of those tonight, leave a comment with a 1 and let me know which step you're starting with. Even picking just one is a win. Now, this routine doesn't cure neuropathy, but for many of us it's helped us sleep longer. Wake up without that burning and feel, for the first time in weeks, like we're not being chased by pain all night long. But here's the part that surprised me most. After doing this routine for 2 weeks, something unexpected happened, and I haven't seen it written in any textbook. I'll tell you what it was right after this. Number 3, real talk. This isn't magic, but it helps. Let me be completely honest with you. This routine, it's not a miracle. You're not going to wake up tomorrow with perfect feet, dancing down the hallway like nothing ever happened. That's not how nerve damage works, and anyone who tells you otherwise doesn't respect what you've been through. But here's what I can say, with full confidence and without exaggeration. When my patients stick to this routine, when they treat it like brushing their teeth, not a weekend experiment, something starts to shift. The first thing they usually tell me, I slept through the night, and then my feet didn't burn as much. Then finally, I feel like I'm managing the pain, not the other way around. And that's huge, because when you've been losing control for years, even a small win feels like reclaiming part of your life. And no, this doesn't replace your medication. It doesn't replace your neurologist or your endocrinologist. But what it does do is create a stable foundation for the body to heal, slowly, imperfectly, but meaningfully. But you know what surprised me most? After weeks of guiding patients through this, there was one moment, one change. Something that worked, not because it was scientific, but because it interrupted the pain in a way I never expected. And I'll tell you exactly what that was, right after this. Number 4, one insight most people miss, so here it is. After all the walking, the foot soaks, the supplements, the breath work, what finally made the biggest difference, for me and for a few of my toughest cases, was something so simple, I almost didn't try it. I started cooling my feet, not with ice, not with medication, but with a damp towel chilled in the fridge and wrapped gently around each foot for 30 seconds. After the soak, just before moisturizing. That's it, no fancy gear, no special cream, just a clean towel, cold water, and a few quiet seconds. And somehow that moment of cool pressure, it interrupted the nerve firing. It was like hitting a reset button, telling the brain, this input is safe, you can calm down now. Now, if you're more science-minded, you'll recognize what this does. It stimulates C fibers in a controlled, non-threatening way. That sends new sensory input up the same pathways and temporarily drowns out the pain signals, like replacing static with a softer sound. Sometimes it's not the complicated fix that works, it's the quiet one, the one that teaches your body and your nervous system that it's allowed to rest. If this routine, or even this one small insight, helped you understand your pain a little better, leave a comment. Not just to thank me, but to help someone else who's still lying awake right now, wondering if they'll ever feel normal again. Because you're not alone in this, and neither are your nerves. Good night, and take care of your feet.